Hi, welcome to the Employco HR podcast. I'm Rob Wilson, and with me is my brother and partner, Scott Wilson.
How you doing?
And our Vice President of HR, Jason Eisenhut.
Hi, everyone.
And Nikki Navarro working the boards. So this time of year, holidays around the corner, or already started.
Tis the season.
With Thanksgiving last week. And so that's our topic is holiday parties, the do's and don'ts. And I'll start out with a quick stat for you guys. According to the recent NPR survey, 1 in 4 Americans say they've overindulged and humiliated themselves at the office holiday party.
Wow.
So 25% made a fool out of themselves.
Right.
It's believable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you humiliate themselves. So, Jason, from an HR standpoint, probably not too good.
No,
right?
that's not a good idea. Not for your career, no.
No.
Right. Yeah, it doesn't really sit well with the... and hopefully you did that after your performance review.
True. Very true. Yeah.
So, this year it kind of takes on a different meaning. There's always, we're fielded questions every year with holiday parties, the do's and don'ts. But this year with the Me Too movement, it's really taken on kind of a lot more questions, a lot more issues. Jason, from an HR standpoint, I had did a recent interview with Joyce Rosenberg from AP Press,
right.
and she was asking
CBS
about
News
and CBS Radio last week, and both were really interested in how the Me Too, how has that really affected the alcohol and parties? Because we had the same topic. I think we did a podcast on this last year with kind of do's and don'ts, but now with I think companies are a lot more sensitive of the, you might have turned the blind eye or
right.
not really cared if someone's with somebody or, but it's a different world just a year later.
Yeah, I mean, even still today, 2/3 of employers host a holiday party. So it's still common for companies to host a holiday party, especially then when the economy's rebounding a little bit.
I was just going to say that with the economy being booming,
yeah,
I would think that
it's
you're going
coming
to have
back.
more and more larger parties too.
Yeah, because with the recession, you use the opportunity to downgrade your parties. A lot move to lunches or take alcohol away. But as the economy has performed really well over the last couple of years, I don't want to say it's an expectation, but parties, most, would you say 66%?
Right.
Are doing parties.
Yeah.
So, as you look at, Jason, some different options and Scott on do's and don'ts, and what are some options that we should look at in light of the Me Too?
So a couple of our clients have already specifically asked for advice, and they've told me that one of the things they're going to change this year in light of Me Too is to invite spouses or significant others. So with drinking, there sometimes is some flirting or inappropriate behavior, but the thought is if someone's spouse or significant other is there, they'll probably be on slightly better behavior. Their spouse can kind of keep an eye on them if things get out of hand.
So theoretically, if your spouse is there, you won't be one of the 1 in 4 that you've humiliated yourselves.
Right.
Right. And you hope that the spouse doesn't,
she or he doesn't humiliate you.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
That'd be bad too.
Yeah, and just like commonplace with prior years, they're putting a limit on drinks, like maybe drink tickets or a bar.
I think the drink tickets are completely reasonable. I mean, that way you could track who, unless you get into like the drink ticket black market where people are trading tickets. Or,
Sure, you've got the counterfeit black market.
Sure.
Drink tickets.
The tickets, but all kidding aside, I think it's a great way to control things and make sure that people don't get overserved.
And what a couple of our clients also have asked for is some template language for them to send out reminders to their employees ahead of time. Like, hey, just as a reminder, it's probably not a good idea to hug when you see someone at a holiday party. It's probably not a good idea to tell them they look nice tonight. Just some things to be aware of in light of the current environment we're in.
The do's and don'ts.
Right.
Right. Try not to grope.
Yeah.
Right.
It's usually a good idea.
Groping not allowed. Right.
Grope-free zone. The drink tickets, though, it is a great idea. We've had a couple other clients that are doing beer and wine only instead of taking away. And then you do have a certain amount of companies that will go alcohol-free. They'll do a lunch event or a dinner event. But then that also attracts a bit of a challenge as well when you look at you're going to do a lunch event and you're doing alcohol-free. There's going to be a post-gathering.
Right.
So what you still, as a company, you still have a certain degree of liability. All right, we're done with the lunch. We all end up at XYZ bar. The bosses aren't there, or maybe they are, and people are drinking. It's not sanctioned,
Right.
but it's following right after the event. So I think you still have a certain degree of liability from as a corporate standpoint.
Yeah, especially, I mean, leaving the company sanctioned event, it's always a good idea to keep an eye on who's maybe overserved and offer to get an Uber, company taxi, or shuttle to a hotel.
And Jason, you had mentioned having a chaperone. So
Right.
having designated people that don't drink kind of look out for the people that are drinking.
It's a great
Almost
idea.
like a buddy system.
Right.
Yeah, we've had a couple clients say they were doing chaperones at, and whether it's an independent person or an employee that isn't going to be drinking, but so at least someone's keeping an eye on. And a similar case too, when you look at if you're doing your corporate event at outside of a restaurant, you're doing it in an event space or Arco or wherever, bring in or in your own office, bring in a outside bartender.
Sure. Great idea.
That can help. So you eliminate that free pour.
That's right.
Yeah, and I kind of also common with prior years, try and include something other than just maybe the meal and drink. So have a management presentation, have a gift exchange, a white elephant. So it takes the attention just off of drinking and eating to something a little bit
And
more.
it would give you time to shut down the bar.
Exactly.
Too.
Yeah, right. That's a great idea.
Right. Yeah, we see a number of clients doing the white elephant or the gift exchange, which
it's fun.
It's always a good time.
And again, you want to be clear ahead of time. Don't bring inappropriate gifts. Be tasteful, things like that.
Right, and more so this year than ever. So if you're doing that gift exchange, no different than you want to comment. You don't want to tell someone how nice they look. You may want to look at the appropriateness of the gifts.
Right.
And if there is going to be some type of management presentation, it goes without saying it's a great time for management to thank their staff for their hard work. It's kind of a good time to get forth that recognition for employees. It's a feel-good moment for kind of the executive or management team to recognize and thank everybody for their hard work throughout the year.
And that's something that we do every year. We do a presentation, kind of a year in review, and it gives Jason an opportunity to wear the bad. We all have one, the bad Christmas sweater.
Sure. That's right.
My great Aunt Betsy gave it to me. I don't think it's ugly. No.
Some other companies they've skipped the party altogether. They looked at soup kitchens and food pantries.
Doing a charity event. That's
donated at a local some time at a local animal shelter that might need help walking dogs. So a variety of different charities that would welcome the input from companies to offer up your employees.
Yeah, and you can also do, I know we offered here anonymous surveys. So you can float it out there and see what the employees think. Do you want a party? Do you want to do a charitable event? What's take the pulse of the whole group?
Yeah, and some companies we're seeing are even surveying their employees after the event. Like, what did you think went well? What would you do to change? So kind of capture that feedback immediately after the event to get some good ideas.
It's a great idea.
Yeah, one of our clients is actually starting, I thought it was pretty creative, a gingerbread decorating contest like the week before Christmas, maybe it's December 19th or something around there, that they're holding a gingerbread house decorating contest and giving a $100 gift card to second place, $200 gift card to the top team. You get little teams of 3 or a department, good team building exercise, and everybody getting kind of the holiday spirit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, offsite events are great. Activities outside of where alcohol is not the center point. One of our clients on the East Coast is doing an event at a location that they're doing an axe throwing event.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Insurance.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't serve alcohol.
Seems very sharp. No pun intended. Yeah.
So, Jason, any other tips for people planning their parties?
Just on the kind of the HR payroll, kind of the technical geeky side of me is just if you're forcing your employees to be there, if attendance required, you have to pay them. So even if it's an hourly paid employee, if attendance is required, you have to pay them, even if it's on a Saturday. So you make sure you pay your employees if attendance is required.
Right, great point.
Sure. And that would make sense then going the lunch route and having a closed bar.
Right.
But yeah, be careful, and I think at the end of the day, we've been saying the reoccurring theme is talk with your employees, set the expectations ahead of time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think as long as you're clear from the beginning, and really with you want everyone to feel comfortable. It's a time you're celebrating the holidays. You're celebrating hopefully your company did well this year coming off a strong economy. So it's a time for a celebration, good time for team building, and you want to maximize that time so that you're not dealing with the headaches the day after when when people were either overserved or
do the employee reviews the day after, right? And let everyone know. No.
I mean, if you'd like to kind of get a head start or a jump on maybe some wording and email reminder to employees about the sexual harassment policy or the do's and don'ts, give us a call, 630-920-0000 or hr@employco.com. We're more than happy to help and kind of give you some of the templates or customized language we're used to handling kind of in this environment.
Yep, right. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, @EmployCo. Rob, you actually do the tweets on that.
That's right. So at @EmployCo on Twitter, and we try and do one podcast a month before our HR newsletter. Jason publishes every month. Nikki Navarro and Jason publish by the 15th of the month an HR newsletter. So we wanted to. This is in between events, so we wanted to get this out because for the holiday season.
Yep.
But if you want to sign up for that newsletter, feel free. Jason, it's info
@employco.com or hr@employco.com.
Sounds good.
Great. Have a great week and a great holiday party. And feel free to contact us with if you have questions or ideas for future shows.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, everyone.